to my tutorial for Barb from Stranger Things. So starting off with the nice version of Barb, we're going to fill in our eyebrows with a nice reddish colour to match our beautiful hair. The colour I'm going to be using to fill in my brows is Creation in the Lime Crime Venus palette. Then I'm just taking my Revolution Ultra Brow makeup palette and using the highlighter from that to just highlight my brows. Then taking my Lime Crime Venus 2 palette, I'm using the colour Filter to go on my eyeballs. And you just want to apply that really lightly, keeping most of the colour just on the centre of your eyelid. And because that blue colour is a little bit matte and I thought that Barb's makeup looked a little bit shimmery, I'm taking the colour Aura from the regular Venus palette and putting that all over, just to give it a little bit of shimmer. Now I'm just taking my Miss Hippie mascara from L'Oreal and just putting a little bit on the top lashes. I don't want to put too much on because I don't think Barb has very much mascara on. Now I'm just taking a blush brush and the blush duo from Avon in Positively Ethereal, and I'm just putting that around my cheeks to try and like round them out a little bit. You kind of want to do it in like a U shape around your cheek. Now for my lips, I couldn't really tell if Barb was wearing any lipstick, so I just tried to pick a pretty neutral colour. So I picked the colour Pout, which is a lipstick from Avon. So just add your costume and you're good to go. And I almost forgot, Barb has quite a lot of freckles, so if you want to add these in, I'm just using a brow pencil in blonde just to add them in. I'm just adding them randomly, mostly around the edges of my face and a little bit on my nose. You want the freckles to be a little bit stronger around the edges of your face, and then they gradually get lighter the further in they come. And that's everything if you're wanting to just do plain old Barb. So now we're going to move on to the more messy part of this tutorial, which I decided I wanted to go for Barb when she's being attacked rather than when she's rotting. So first thing first, I'm going to show you how I made my glasses look super cracked. So I just took some scissors and sellotape and I just cut up little shards of sellotape and stuck it all over. So when you've done the sellotape first, it should look a little bit like this. Then to try and add a little bit more definition, I just took my white eyeliner pencil and rubbed it all over and then scratches out with my nail. Now going back to my Venus 2 palette, I'm using the colours Jam and Mud to try and give myself a bit of a bloody nose. I'm using eyeshadow for this just because I wanted it to look more like a stain on top of my lip, because that's kind of how it looks. Now you definitely don't have to be neat for this, which is why I'm just using my finger. It will just help give it a bit more of a smeared effect. Now going back to my Venus palette, I'm using the colours Creation and Muse just to try and give some more different tones to my nice bloody nose. Then just using all of those colours and basically just what's left over on your hands, just smear it around your face. Now I'm just using the colour Marsh from the Venus 2 palette, just because on the picture I'm using for reference, it looks like she's got like a green stain under her chin, and I don't know if it's the filter, because in the upside down everything looks a little bit green. Make sure with this part that you do drag it down your chin and onto your neck, otherwise all of this will be just on your face and the rest of you will look perfectly clean. Now I'm just taking a black eyeliner and lining underneath my eyes. Now that I'm doing this, I'm smudging it out and smudging it down a little bit. If you're being attacked by a demogorgon, I'm pretty sure your mascara is going to run. Now I'm just taking my mascara and I wiped off the brush before I did this. You just want to roll it down your face, just under your eyes and above your eyes. And again, it doesn't really matter if this bit isn't perfect or how you wanted it exactly to be, because let's face it, in real life, it wouldn't be. Now I'm just taking this face glue I got. This was just part of a set with glitter I got from Primark, and I just wanted to give a bit of a crusty, shiny tone to my chin. Now I'm just taking some fake blood. This is just regular fake blood that I found at Claire's. Like, you can find it at any party shop or any costume shop. I'm just putting a bit on a sponge and I'm just going to be dabbing that around my face where I want the blood to be. I'm also just using my finger to put some on where I want it to be a little bit thicker, because the sponge wasn't working that well for me. Now just before she gets attacked, Barb cuts her hand on a knife when trying to cut open a beer can. So I just got this flannel glove and I just cut it open so I had one piece and just covered it in blood and then put blood on my hand and wrapped it around my hand. So I wasn't too happy with the way that my nosebleed looked, so I'm just taking some more of Muse, the dark red from the first Venus palette, and I'm just putting some more nearer my nose just to try and darken it up. Then I'm just smudging my face about a little bit more. And that's everything. Now you're done. Poor Barb. My last name is Barb. It's like Barb Hey. Barb Hey.